Okay, so find IO. Okay, so yung IO natin dito is nasa 4 kilo ohms. Okay, so we have to find the value of IO. Okay, so first, so kailangan natin munang mag-simplify ng circuit. Okay, so isa lang naman yung source natin. So mas better na i-simplify muna natin yung circuit. Okay, so yung current na kukunin kasi natin is dapat nandito sa part na to, okay? So yung combination ni 4 at saka ni 12, okay? Then yung combination niya is magiging series kay 3 kilo ohms. Okay? So kapag kinuha natin yung combination niya ni 4 at ni 12, so naka-parallel sila. Okay? So pangalanan ko siya as R1. So 4 parallel sa 12. So we have, so 48 divided 16, so we have 3 kilo ohms. Okay? So from this, kung i-redraw natin yung circuit, ito siya. 6. Ito yung combination kanina, 3, tsaka yung ating source na 12 milliampere. Okay, so dito, kailangan natin makompute yung current na dadaloy dito. Okay? Sa combination ni 3 at saka ni 3 kilo ohms. Pakalanan ko siya as I. Okay? So once na makakompute natin yung value of I dyan, so parang mangyayari dito sa original circuit, ito yon. Okay? So ito yung I natin. So, ibig sabihin, kapag na-complete natin si I, mahati pa siya sa dalawa. Kasi itong 4 kilo ohms at 12 kilo ohms is nakaparallel. So, ibig sabihin, kunin muna natin si I, then conduct ulit tayo ng current divider dito sa 4 at 12 naman. Okay? So, first, kunin muna natin yung current I. Okay? So, by current divider rule, so yung ating value of I will be equal to, so 12 milliampere multiplied by, so 6. Okay? All over 6 plus, so yung combination dito ng dalawa, so 3 plus 3, so we have 6 then. Okay, so we have 72 divided by 12, so we have 6 milliamperes. Okay, so yun, na-compute na natin si I. So, once na na-compute si I, pwede na natin ma-compute si IO. Okay, so another current divider rule. Okay, so by CDR again, so IO natin will be equal to, so ang magiging source na natin, syempre, yung na-compute natin na I. So, yung 6 milliamperes multiply by, so dito sa dalawang mahati kay 4 at 12, so we have multiply by 12 divided by 4 plus 12. Okay, so we have 6 times 12. So, all over 4 plus 12. So, we have 4.5 milliamperes. Okay, so ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay, the next. Okay, so find Ix and IO. Okay, so from this given circuit, hindi pa tayo gagamit ng method of analysis. So, yung basic ohms law lang. So, yung fundamental theorem lang. Okay, so meron tayo ditong dependent source, 2Ix. So, dependent source, so from the name itself, dependent. So, ibig sabihin, nakadepende itong source na to sa ibang element. So, mapapansin kasi natin sa value niya, 2Ix. So, mapapansin natin yung Ix na yung current flowing through 3 kilo ohms. Okay? So, yan. Then, meron tayong current source na independent, which is yung ating 6 milliamperes. Okay? So, isip tayo ng way para tayo makakabuo ng equation para makompute si Ix and IO. Okay? So, may mga current naman. So, IO, 2Ix, saka si 6 milliamperes. So, wala lang tayo is yung dito sa 4 kilo ohms. Okay? So, mamaya, isi-simplify din natin itong 3 kilo ohms saka si 6 kilo ohms. Okay? Para makompute natin yung total resistance. Kumbaga, iisa-isay natin. Nalagay muna ako dito. So, pangalanan ko siya as I1. Okay, so kung may node ako sa taas, kasi isa naman yon, node A. So kapag nag-KCL ako dyan, KCL at node A. So current that enters 6 milliamperes, ang lumabas I1, IO, saka si 2IX. I1 plus IO plus 2IX, then yung pumasok sa 6. Okay, so from this, saka tayo isip ng way paano makakuha ng another equation. Based dito sa initial equation natin, tatlo yung unknown variable. Okay? So, ayan. So, sige. Okay, so, itong part na to, si 3 kilo ohms, saka 6 kilo ohms, naka-parallel. Okay, so by properties ng parallel connection, ang tulad sa kanila is voltage. So, ibig sabihin, yung voltage ko kay 3 kilo ohms is equal sa voltage natin kay 6 kilo ohms. So, kay 3 kilo ohms, meron na akong current na IX. Dito kay 6 kilo ohms, wala pa. Mag-a-assume na lang ako ng current dadali dyan. So, assume ko current I2. Okay, so same sila na magiging voltage. So, ibig sabihin, so yung voltage ko kay 3 kilo ohms, so which is 3K multiplied by IX is equals to dito sa I2 multiplied by 6 kilo ohms. Okay, so from this, meron tayong another equation. Pero anong nangyari? Nadagdagan tayo ng variable kasi nagkaroon pa tayo ng I2. Yung I2 kasi pwede natin makuha dito. Okay, kapag nag-conduct tayo ng KCL dito. Let's say at node B. Okay, so kapag nag-KCL tayo doon, okay, so pumasok si I1, lumabas si IX, saka si I2. Kaya from this, I2 natin is equals to I1 minus IX. So, pwede natin i-substitute dito. Okay? So, simplify muna natin. So, IX natin is equals to, so 6 divided by 3, so we have 2 I2. Okay, so we have 2 multiplied by I2. So, I1 minus IX. Okay, so kapag nag-simplify tayo dyan, so we have, ilan to? So, equals to, so 2I1 minus 2IX. So, lipat ko sa kabila. So, 1 plus 2, so magiging 3. So, 3IX is equals to 2I1. Okay, so from this, we can calculate for the value of IX. Okay, so IX muna, which is 2 over 3 I1. Okay, so yan, pwede natin itong substitute dito mamaya. Okay, so another equation, kailangan natin para makabuo tayo ng, o makuha natin yung isang unknown variable. Okay, so from this, dito naman tayo sa gitna. Okay, so kapag ito sinimplify ko, okay, itong gitna muna na element ang kukunin ko. Okay, so 4 kilo ohms. Then, yung parallel combination ni 3 at saka ni 6, ilagay ko na dito. Ayan. So, kinuha ko na yon. Then, yung 3 kilo ohms, ilagay ko. So, kinuha ko lang gitna na element. Okay, so ito si 4 kilo ohms. Then, yung combination ni 3 saka ni 6, kapag pinarallel natin, so 80 divided by 9, so 2. So, magiging 2 kilo ohms na lang yon. Okay, then 3 kilo ohms, then nandito si IO. Okay, then ito yung ating I1. Okay? So, kapag nag-simplify tayo dyan o nag-isip ng way paano makakakuha ng equation, so nakaparallel naman yung combination nila, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, yung voltage natin dito sa series combination ni 4 sa ni 2 is equals to the voltage across 3 kilo ohms. Kaya we have 4 saka 2, so naka-series. So, we have 6 multiplied by yung current idadaloy. So, I1. Okay, equals to, so 3 multiplied by IO. Okay, so from this, pwede natin makompute yung value of IO. So we have 6 divided by 3. So we have 2 I1. Okay, so ito yung another equation na gagamitin natin. Sa-substitute natin lahat yan dito. Okay, so substitute. So let's say ito equation number, ito equation 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so gumawa tayo equation. So substitute. EQ2 and 3 to equation 1. Okay? So, magiging unknown na lang natin is I1. So, IO natin. So, we have 2I1 plus 2IX. IX natin is 2 over 3. Okay, so we have 2 over 3 I1. Okay, equals to 6. So, from this, we can calculate na for the value of I1. Okay, so we have 1 plus 2 plus 4 over 3. Yeah. Then 6 divided by answer. Okay, so we have 18 over 2. Mas, diba? 13 pala. 13 milliamperes. So ito yung I1 natin. So pinapakos yung IX. So substitute lang natin. So IX equals 2. So 2 over 3 ng I1. So 18 over 13. Okay, so IX natin is equals to. So times 2 over 3. Okay, so we have 12 over 13. So or sa decimal, so 0.9231. Okay, milliamperes. Okay, ito yung value of IX natin. Then para naman sa IO, so IO natin is equals to, so 2 multiplied by I1. So we have 18 over 13. Okay, so we have 2 times 18 over 13. So we have, ganyan, 36 over 13 in decimal. So 2.762, 7692. 2.7692 milliamperes. Okay, so ito yung magiging IO natin. Okay? So, yeah. So, next. So, next is find IO and VX. Same concept ang gagawin natin. So, nakaparallel naman yung mga element natin. Mag-assume muna tayo dito ng current. Okay, let's say I1. Okay, so yung taas, assume natin na node A. Okay, so KCL at node A. Okay, so pumasok si 5, lumabas IO, I1, 3BX. Okay, so IO plus I1 plus 3BX equals to 5 amperes. Okay, so tayo nang bahala again. Paano makakuha ng another equation? So equation 1 natin to. Okay, so dito pwede natin makompute si BX, di ba? So BX, okay, by Ohm's law. So we have 4 ohms multiplied by yung current na dumaloy which is I1. Okay, so ito yung magiging equation number 2 natin. Okay, so okay na tayo. Then next, dito naman tayo sa left side. Okay, so isasama natin itong 8 tsaka 4. Kasi naka-parallel, so ibig sabihin, isa yung voltage doon, di ba? So, dodrawing ko ulit para mas maliwanag. Okay, hindi ko na din drawing iba ha. So, ito si 8, ito si 4. Okay, so 6. Ito yung IO natin. Then, ito yung ating I1. Okay, so parallel, so ibig sabihin, same ng voltage. So, we have 6 IO equals sa voltage dito. So, yung series combination ni 4 tsaka 8 multiply by yung current I1. Okay, so ibig sabihin, IO natin will be equal to, so 12 divided by 6, so we have 2 I1. Okay, so equation number 3. Okay, so substitute natin. Substitute equation 2 and 3 to equation 1. Okay, so we have IO, so we have 2 I1 plus I1 plus 3 multiplied by BX. BX natin is 4 I1 times 4 times I1 equals to 5. So from this, we can calculate 4 I1. So 2 plus 1 plus 12. So 15. So 5 over 15. So we have 1 over 3 ampere. Okay, so may I1 na tayo. So kunin natin si IO. So by substituting the equation or the value of I1, so we have I equals to 2 times 1 over 3. So we have 2 over 3 or 0.6667 ampere. Okay, so ito yung magiging value of I0 natin. Okay, so next, Bx. So Bx natin is equals to 4I1. So 4 times 1 over 3. So we have 4 over 3 or 1.333 volts. So ito yung magiging Bx natin. Okay? So, ayan. So next. So find BO and BX. Okay, so mga nakaparallel pa din. So, God pa din yung gagamitin natin na concept. Okay? Nandito kasi may mapapansin tayo si 2 ohms at si 2 ohms nakaparallel, di ba? So, pwede natin siya simplify para umunti yung element natin. So, ibig sabihin, ang magiging circuit na natin, ito. Okay, so 2, ipapar natin against sa 2 ohms. So, 1 ohm yon. Okay, so ito si 2BX, yung current source natin. Current dependent source. BX over 2, 2 amperes. Then ito si 1, ito si 3. Okay? So, from that, so, ano ba kailangan natin? Ha. Sige, maglagay ulit tayo ng current. So, let's say ito si I1. Ito is si I2. Ayan. Okay? So, kapag nag-KCL sa taas, let's say node A. So, ito yung pababa. Ayan. So, KCL at node A. Okay? So, pumasok lang si 2 amperes. Bumaba si I1 plus ito si BX over 2 tsaka si I2. Okay? So, pumasok si 2. Ayan. So, mapapansin natin at tatlo lang yung ating unknown variable. So, assume ko equation 1. Okay, so paano ko makumpute si BX? Si BX, mapapansin natin sa original equation o sa original circuit, yung voltage sa 3 ohms. So, ibig sabihin, BX is equals to 3 multiplied by, nandito kasi yung BX, okay, multiplied by I2. Ayan. Okay? So, equation number 2 natin. So, isa pa equation. And mapapansin natin dito sa ating circuit, yung BO natin is the voltage across dito sa combination ni 1 at saka ni 3. Okay? So, pwede natin itong i-relate o kunin yung kanyang comparison dito sa 1 ohm. Kasi nakaparallel naman sila. Okay? Itong part na to. Okay? Tsaka ito. Okay? Parallel naman yung lahat eh. Okay? Yan pa din yung BO natin. Okay? So, ha. BX okay na. I2. So, I1 yung i-correlate natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung voltage natin dito sa 1 ohm is 1 multiplied by I1. Okay? Okay? So, equals dapat siya sa voltage dito. So, yung voltage natin dito is I2 multiplied by the resistance. So, combination ni 1 at saka ni 3. So, naka-series lang naman. Okay? Kaya from this, so, I1 natin will be equals to 4I2. Okay? Ito yung mag-equation number 3 natin. So, kapag sinubstitute natin, so, substitute EQ2 and EQ3 to EQ1. Okay, so magiging result equation natin. So I1 natin, so we have 4I2 plus BX. So BX natin is 3I2 divided by 2. So plus I2 equals to 2. So simplify, pwede na natin makompute si I2. Okay, so we have 4 plus 3 over 2 is 1.5 plus 1. Then 2 divided by answer. So we have 4 over 13 yung ating I2. Okay, so in terms of ampere. Ayan. Okay, I2 na tayo. So BX and BO na lang. So BX natin is equals to 3I2 lang siya. So 4 over 13. So we have 12 over 13 volts. Okay, so last yung BO. So paano natin makupit si BO? Again, yung BO is the voltage across 1 ohm saka 3 ohms. Okay, so BO natin is, ano yung current na dadaloy dito? I2. So 4 over 13 multiplied by 1 plus 3. Okay, so BO natin is equals to 4 times 4, so 16. 16 over 13 volts. So ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay?